Alright, let's start with the coronation. Your Majesty, it was an honor to serve your father. But now it's your time to wear the crown. Chancellor Osbin, glad to make your acquaintance. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Yeah, let's get this over with. Shall we call the nobles in? Of course, nobles of the council. It is time for the first vote of the night. We won't force the commoners to swear blood oath. That is very unreasonable. Anything else goes, so it's up to you. Vote what you want to do, my dear nobles. How do we want to crown King Calimaco II? Do you want to host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine? Do you want to throw the king into the river? Or the nobles must put on a best banquet for the king? What do you want to do? Sir sleeps a whole lot. I love your username. I wish I was more like you. I'm not, unfortunately, but welcome and thank you for joining. But this is close. 11 to 11? No freaking way, it's a tie. 11 to 12? Wow. 11 to 13? Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. It's an 11 to 17. Oh my god. Terra Team, hello! The nobles must put on a vast banquet for the king. The nobles spare no expense, and your banquet table groans under the weight of it all. A whole roasted peacock, a boar's head stuffed with swan stonks, an entire whale turning on a spit. It's a meal fit for a king, which is now, you suppose, what you are. That's great. Cobra Commander, I strongly recommend updating, refreshing, because you might have a very strong lag. That's great. Yeah, open up the first blood. Okay. So now that King Calimaco II has been crowned, I can tell you what his motto is. Tiale is happy to see you again. How you doing? So, I've decided that instead of traits, the monarchs from this dynasty will have a motto and then just a couple words summarizing their agenda, basically. So those I'm gonna let you know when they come up, and they're probably gonna come up soon. But their motto is, unsurprisingly, no challenge unmet. No challenge unmet is King Calimaco II's motto. Yeah, as is the title. No challenge unmet. Let's see how that impacts the story. Let's start with council introduction first. Ashmead where possible, maybe, who knows. Now that you're the king, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Well... A pleasure, Your Esteemed Highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. Astral, I have a feeling that Calimaco might have fought in your arena, you know? Let's see, Grandees of the South. May the Ninth God bless your reign, Your Majesty. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. Improbable Kate II. Thank you, I appreciate the trust here. Hello, you lovely face. The motto is the title. No challenge unmet. And Barons... Cobra Commander, there you are. Hail and well met. Your Highness, under your leadership we'll whip this kingdom into shape, huh? Of course we will. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue. Is this what your father fought so hard for? I'm already a loyalist, but I've become a double loyalist. Oh, we have a bug. Squashed. I have become an expert in squashing bugs at this point. You've given me an idea now, but I cannot write it. You're gonna write it tomorrow. Or the day after, it's alright. Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill, and with your father out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Well, King Calimaco II is a very quarrelsome individual. I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah. Calimaco II is very quarrelsome. And he really wants... You know, there was one event that happened during the reign of his father that really left a mark on him. And that event was Cuervo Keep. The mutiny of Cuervo Keep. And he doesn't want that to repeat ever again. He wants to prevent a situation like that with all his might. And one way to do it is to strengthen, bolster the army. So we're gonna go Conqueror. And then we're gonna see what happens. I don't think we're going to attack Ashmead unless we are provoked. I can't imagine why, right? Yeah. The bloody keep. Yeah, we all remember the keep. Telling me a second, even old enough to remember it? I'll say so. I'll say so. I think that even if he wasn't, you know, adult enough to remember, he probably saw the... Actually, this was a cousin, so yeah. Calimaco II is a cousin, so yeah, he was alive. It's not a natural child. Yeah, he was an adopted cousin, so yeah, he was. Yeah, there you go. Easy answer. I'm sure we can set some sort of incident up, Your Majesty. How do we feel about false flag attacks? We'll see. We'll see what the game brings. Yeah, a warrior king, maybe. A martial king. We'll see. That's the smart thing to do, Astro. Oh my god, look at this. Vermis. Scheme time. Scheme time. Vermis of the Bomb Viewer bloodline, charismatic marcher prodigy stands before blazing hearth, shouting and swearing. Whenever the Barons of the March back down from a fight, never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful monarch, on the throne. Barons of the March, how do you want to try to overthrow King Calimaco II? Do you want to try to find a doppelganger, trying to lower your own defiance? Do you want to use propaganda, trying to lower stability? Or do you want to smuggle gunpowder, trying to lower authority? What do you mean we need a casus belli? It's you, indeed. Yeah, specifically your kid or... yeah. Looks like it's gonna be gunpowder. Oh yeah, no, absolutely, Marley. Yes. Alright, looks like it's gonna be gunpowder. Let's go on. The Republic of Kurth has this substance called gunpowder. With enough of that, the Barons could take over the kingdom. Of course, a sensible king would never allow one region to hoard such a thing. To do so secretly, the Barons must ensure their trading partners don't fear the king's wrath. To advance their scheme, the Barons must lower their authority to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Okay. Zachiel, look at the eyes of the Darth Von Doom lineage. Charismatic political mastermind stands bathed in sunshine, ranting in a fury. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Ever the duelist, look at the hand. Look at the hand on the hilt of the sword. Grandees of the South, what do you want to do to overthrow King Calimaco II? Do you want to use sorcery and ask for the help of a wizard trying to raise authority? Do you want to incite fervor in the population trying to raise your own farming? Or do you want to excommunicate the king trying to lower stability? Yeah, Zachiel looks scary. Oh wow, almost unanimity. That's insane. 15 out of 16 total grandees voted B. Tough shit for you, Tyrol. Wrong letter. Oh wow, you would have voted B too? Wow. Unanimous. The grandees are really strong. Wow. The grandee claimant Zachiel has been chosen by the ninth god to be the next king. He was promised the first miracle. Food for all. To advance their scheme, the grandees must raise their farming to 5 or more in 4 seasons. And finally, we have Rhoda of the Big Cheese family. Hey, Big Cheese, hadn't seen you. Sinister coastal political fixer scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, speaking calmly. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of King Calimaco II. Something must be done. Alright. Patricians of the coast, how do you want to end the king? Do you want to intimidate him, trying to raise stability? Do you want to start an uprising, trying to raise the treasury? Or do you want to use a conspiracy, trying to lower the treasury? Patricians, it's your time to vote. Do it now. Do it now. 3 to 4. Patricians are super split. Look at that. 3 to 4. Patricians, if you are a patrician and you have not voted, this is your time. This might be decisive. I'm going to be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. 3 votes came through, 1 for each option, so we get the same result. Intimidation IDs raise stability. The patricians plan to hold the king hostage in his own palace. First, they must lull the spy master into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, they must raise stability to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Yeah, I don't remember what uprising does. So let's take a look. We have a half sibling here in Vermis. We have a bastard offshoot in Ezekiel. And a distant cousin in Rhoda. Family wars. Family wars keep happening. It's great. It's great. Let's go. Yes, so much spaghetti. Yeah, intimidation sounds fitting. Alright. So. Oh my god. I think it's gonna be Iron Choice. Yeah, it's Iron Choice. It's Iron Choice. This is who this king feels like. No, yes, yes. A proposition. Oh, I see. So, before we start with the events, I need to take a 2-minute restroom break. And I'm actually gonna get some more water too. So, I'm gonna leave you on this screen and then be back in a couple minutes, alright? So, let's take a super quick break. And you know what? I'm actually gonna run 90 seconds of ads so that we can get rid of pre-rolls too. And then we're gonna be back in 2 minutes. You use the opportunity to go grab a snack or a drink, use the restroom yourself. And yeah, we're gonna be back in 2 minutes and resuming. Ads incoming as soon as my dashboard loads up. There we go. Alright, see you in 2 minutes, everyone. Super short break. Alrighty. Thanks so much for sticking around, y'all. Welcome back. Yeah, no worries, Astral. Have a good night, and best of luck for the exam tomorrow. Let us know how it goes, and let us know. Keep us updated on the other one as well. Thank you for stopping by. I'm actually gonna get a little sugar thing here. Yum. So, let's see what do we have here. Honor got a proposition and an untimely death. Let us take a look at an untimely death first, right? Yeah, let's start with an untimely death. Oh, no worries, Electri. Welcome back. That's a great point, Dragon Pit, yeah. Kitty! No! Kitty! Kitty Cathy is dead! Oh no! Let's get some salutes in chat, please, for Kitty Cathy. Oh no! Oh no! I'm so sorry. Yeah, Israeli's off to a bloody start. Yeah. Died in a duel. Murder! My parent, Baron Kitty Cathy, has been murdered. And I know who did it. It was Grandy or Ryzen Turl. By my honor, don't let him deny it. I won't deny that I killed the venerable Baron Kitty Cathy. But it was no murder. Kitty Cathy agreed to an honorable duel, which I won. Gadzooks, it was no duel, it was a cold-blooded killing. What reason would that parent possibly have to duel you in the first place? The reason for any duel is between the challenger and the challengee, a private matter not fit for this council. And that's actually true. A duel is a duel. Like, in this dynasty of all, a duel is a duel. Let the accused go free. And I'm not even gonna use one iron choice. It's just how it is. Like, this is true. A duel is a duel. A secret duel with no oversight whatsoever. Explain the stabs in the back. Nobody talked of a stab in the back. Oh, there is technically a form of witness system. Like, if you take a look at the background that I wrote, there is a technically duels need a third party officiating, but technically they're also not official. They're not an official justice system, right? So they're fallible. People can just decide not to have a third party. Like, they're not regulated by law in that regard. Therefore, people can duel without a third party. But the Crown recommends getting a third party, a judge, a referee, to validate the result so that this kind of shit does not happen. You know? So evidently these two nobles decided not to have a referee. Their own choice. A duel is a duel. A duel is a duel. It was their own choice. Yeah, no one witnessed it. It was their choice. They had the right not to get a witness. Now you cannot complain. Exactly. Having a third party means you cannot get tried for murder if it goes wrong. Kitty immediately. This Grandy is a danger to all. I will not let this go free. Of course you won't. You may be the only person who really has a good reason for that. Look at the Grandies. I love the distribution of the votes here. We have 1 Baron and 1 Patrician. 5 Barons and 5 Patricians on C. 4 Barons, 5 Barons and 3 Patricians on D. And then all the Grandies on D. I love this. Alright, let's go. A duel is a duel. Let the accused go free. You will let a murderer walk loose? Even after you admitted it right in this council chamber? Great God. I'm glad the council respects the duelist code. Once agreed upon, a duel cannot be rescinded. Of course. Thank you for preserving our southern traditions, Your Highness. Of course. We are off to a great start. It's great. This is great. I'm so happy. Let's see what this proposition is all about. Your Majesty, I have an idea. The best since lined parchment, I dare say. An expedition to Chur. What's that? The vastness of Chur, Your Majesty, the great unexplored and untamed continent far across the Eastern Sea. Chur! Yeah, trial by combat is the foundation of this kingdom, exactly. Oh, treasure of the knees, right. You have a lot of wealth at the moment, Your Highness. It's just sitting around collecting dust. Why not make a sound investment and send explorers to Chur? No. No? Who knows what they might find? Treasure, rare materials, ancient history, a new disease. She's a bit too animated when she says the word disease. I'm not wasting money, and most of all, men, on such a risk. Yeah, no, we're not going. Oh god, Kane, why did you have to say that? Send the expedition so you can bring back exotic animals for the arena. I mean, that convinced me. That convinced me. Absolutely. Wait, I actually had a... Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. I want to hear what... Do we have Thrifty here? I approve of this rationale, especially because Ashmedian Dust Devils are gonna be real hard to find in a few years. Yeah, there you go. And I also wanted to hear what Amy said. I want to know what Thrifty says, and what Amy said, because Amy, I know that your noble has is partly about this, right? And also, you're a big spender. You're the only noble who managed to be large spender on one of the auctions so far, so the king values your opinion. So the fact that you say, yeah, we should go, okay. Yeah, send them out. I have seen the west. Send my Aruna to see the east. Alright. Yeah. I trust these two families. Let's go. Sounds like a fine idea. It's approved. Wonderful news! I shall make preparations immediately. Expect a brief on your desk very soon. Alright. Good news, Your Majesty! I have received a vision. I saw you bathed in holy light. Blades and missiles crumble into dust before they could reach you. You do not need to recruit an honor guard. The Ninth God will shield you from all harm. I've never seen the Ninth protect someone from a sword through the chest. You need tangible guards, Your Majesty. And I think I agree with what people were saying. Petronian Leonine. Yeah, your father simply defended himself. That's true. But I do have friends in the arena. I think it's gonna be the veterans. No, the gladiators is what I'm saying. Exactly, Cobra. I think it's gonna be the gladiators. Let's ruin the only 10 we have. Yep. I will make the arrangements at once. Foolishness! Do you not trust in the protection of the Nine? This kingdom grows more faithless by the day. The gladiators arrive a few weeks later. The men are bare-chested and the women are underdressed, eager to show off their bodies as much as their weaponry. They gather behind your throne and begin oiling themselves up. Let's go. It's Stefanos Smash Skulls! Look at you! Yeah, after one season, March already super defiant. Are you gonna risk a rebellion by the virus? Do you think I care? Alright. Alright. Auction time, everyone. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Boop. Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are lowering authority by building a theater with A, lowering trade for the barons with the Thieves Guild by voting B, raising farming for the grandees with an aqueduct by voting C, lowering faith for the grandees by building an observatory by voting D, raising stability with the library by voting E, or raising authority with the monument by voting F. 20 seconds left. I'll let you know there's 10 seconds left, which is now. And then when there's 5 seconds left, remember, if you spend a lot, you're gonna be highly valued. Oh my god, last moment snipe. F came in at the very last second here. We have Marley and others contributing to the library, raising stability, and Katori and others spending a lot of money on a monument. So we have a Marley that I don't have yet here, and the Katori that I don't have yet here. Fantastic. Thank you. I'm actually keeping track of the people who win auctions, so there you go. Feather Phoenix alone, welcome back. Sorry to hear that. Let's go. Good stuff. So yeah, people are helping me with, you know, to avoid a rebellion. That's great. An ironic execution. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, that's... I get that, Morgrim. I get that. We might edit this a little bit in the future. But yeah. I think that's the best we can do for now. So... let's start with the expedition to Chur. Yeah, let's start with that. Your Majesty, have those plans we discussed for the expedition to Chur. Are we almost ready to leave? Not quite, Your Highness. There are still important decisions to be made. Alright, show me. First, we'll need to decide who has the honor of building your ship. Tell me about the Patrician's ship. The Patricians offer to construct a mighty galleon in your name. It will be pricey but unmatched in quality. Tell me about the Grandees' ship. The Grandees are hoping to make a small but swift vessel known as Snow to carry your expedition across the Eastern Sea. And tell me about the Baron's ship. The Martial Lords are by no means expert shipbuilders, but they've offered to make a sturdy cog, and they'll do it for free. I've heard enough. Huh. 2,000 gold? It's definitely not the Now, because it's small and we want to host... we want to have beasts on. Isn't a cog like a large vessel? Like a big ship? Right? Isn't it like a wide transport ship? Cogs are small? God damn it. Yeah, I remember cogs being wide, right? Being thick. Electri, I'm not gonna be swayed by that. Oh, Cox have like one mast, I see. What's that? Nilawa! Hello and welcome and thank you for the follow. How you doing? Okay. In-game cogs are one cargo. Okay, never mind then. Never mind. Thank you so much for joining, Nilawa. Alright. Let me see where you are. You are a patrician! Well then, let's use a galleon. Let's do it. Very good, Your Majesty. Next, we must decide who will crew your ship. Tell me about the volunteers. Unfortunately, the best of them come at a price. Experienced straight ship captains and their crews would be ideal, but won't be free. There are also those in the Navy who are equally experienced, but enlisting them would reduce our naval strength for a time. You could also levy amateur peasant crews, or even use prisoners, but I don't know how much you could trust them to get to where they need to go. That's a lot of money. Navy would be patrician military, I believe? Nah, we don't want to do that. So this is either experienced crew or amateur sailors. If we do the experienced crew though, I'm gonna have to tax you all. I just want to be super clear. So if you think we need an experienced crew, I'm gonna take it, but then I'm gonna have to tax you all. You know, just making sure. Can't text me, I have no money. Go for it. I would not give an experienced crew control of a 2,000 gold ship. That's a great point. Alexa, you have 0 gold. I'm not fine with it. Fine. I'm fine with taxes. Fine by me. I'll make double the back with the legendary beasts. No, we're not sending militaries. Prisons are overflowing. Nah, I don't think about that. I don't mind extra taxes. Alright. Alright. Then let's send an experienced crew. Let's do it. Alright. I will hire an experienced crew. There is one more thing, Your Majesty. The ship will be large enough to house additional expedition members or store extra cargo you wish to send across the sea. She hands you a list indicating there's room on the boat to fit in 2 options. So I think it's gotta have to be horse stalls to have the beasts, you know? To house the beasts. You could always breed some money, So I'm already making my choices, I think. First of all, I think it should be load the hold with horses. Yes. And then priests, I don't think we need priests. It's either going to be, I don't think it's going to be gold. It might be gold, as in we buy creatures from traders, but it might be soldiers to subdue the creatures, or it might be scholars to tell us what to get, you know? Yeah, exactly. There's scholars to point out the best beasts. But I think that soldiers might be needed, in the sense that... Yeah, right, soldiers are needed to actually catch the beast. Scholars to keep them alive on the way back. Ah, that's a good point too. We have experienced crew. I trust them to deal with beasts. That's a good point. Let's send the scholars. Excellent. Let me just write that down. Fantastic. I think that's everything. I shall get to work immediately, Your Majesty. She picks up her scribbled notes and diagrams and hurries out of the room. Her spectacles bouncing slightly on her nose. The ship is completed in record time. Clearly the patricians are eager to impress. You see it off from the harbor by the end of the season. The crew are eager and the ship looks sturdy. You can only hope they bring back something worth investment or come back at all. Alright. Alright. Let's take a look at this execution. Your Majesty, my little birds have brought most interesting news. Actual Literal Trash II is a traitor. She's been selling Marcher military secrets to Ashmead for substantial amounts of cash. All lies, Your Majesty. I've been feeding Ashmead strategic misinformation to lull them into a false sense of security. And besides, you can't cut my head off. My family invented the actual literal trash. It's in the name. The old King Calimaco promised my family would never be used against us. Would you break that vow? No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I would shoot you full with arrows, though. I absolutely would. Actually, this is going to be a Monarch's Iron choice. Yes, it will. Yeah, no. We respect our father's word. It's only just that we respect our father's word. But yeah, there we go. That's it. We still do it. Still treason. Practical solutions to simple problems. And we respect the many violent ways to die in this trail. Yes. Ah, God. Well, looks like we have our casus belli. Kill Ashmead for being heathens and also corrupting a noble or whatever. I don't know. I need a little bit more of a push. It's pretty clear it's gonna be A. Let's go. Have actual literal trash the second. Shot full of arrows instead. Actual literal trash the second is tied to a tree. Your archers raise their bows. Hang on, maybe cutting my head off would be quicker. Is it too late to change my mind? The only answer is a volley of arrows. Goodbye! Alright. Shot with arrows is merciful in its own way. From my history lessons, at least one trigger has been boiled alive in oil. Oh my god. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. Damn, that was gold. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference, men, women, or do you not mind? I think Calimaco II does not mind at all. Enter. Introducing to you, Calimaco II, the Pan. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send on messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. By the way, happy Pride Month. Yeah, we're going through a lot of nobles. What do you expect? This is a dynasty about duels and dying fighting, so... Oh my god, I did not know Morgrim. Amidst dark and foreboding forests, a small squat castle stands watch over the Marcher border. There at the end of the kingdom, a plot is hatching. This has been a colossal failure. The ports are guarded day and night, and the merchants of Kurth refuse to trade behind the king's back. Damn Kurth, monopoly. We need a reliable supply of gunpowder for our plan to work. The problem is that merchants won't trade with us, while the king is all-seeing. The Baron's aim is to lower authority to 4 or less. Okay, that's it. So we said 1 large tax to compensate for the crew. Appreciated. Appreciated. Thank you, dear nobles. You know, it gets tiring very, very soon when you repeat the same words over and over and over. How it's like, be a little bit, you know, throw a little fantasy in there. You know, try to change it up. Switch it up. Come on. I know you can do better than repeating the same 2 words. A namesake returns? Wait. Oh, we had a Calimaco. Another duel gone wrong. Oh my god, the game knows. The game knows. Komori Kitsune, welcome back and thank you for joining. How you doing? So let's take a look at the namesake first. Your Majesty, you might recall that your predecessor, Calimaco, allowed a child from the march to take his name. I suppose it was a gesture to pacify the barons? Perhaps so, Your Majesty. In any case, we've had word from the march that this child has reached adulthood. What are they up to? Young Calimaco has become a noted adventurer, delving into dungeons and fighting monsters, just like me! But... just got home from work. Hell yeah, welcome back, Komori. I hope it was a good day at work and that you're not too tired. Some adventurers cause more problems than they solve. It seems Calimaco is of that type. Their battles have caused several major fires in farmlands across the march. I wonder if it would be wise to step in. After all, they share a name with your predecessor. It's unfair, but people might associate the two. It could bring the whole royal line into disrepute. God damn it. Yeah, I think that's what Calimaco II thought, yeah. Send soldiers to arrest them, pay them to board a ship to distant Valamir, let the adventurers do what they want. You know what? I kinda wanna arrest them. Yeah, I wanna arrest them. I want to freaking arrest them. Yes! Yes! Yes, I want to arrest them. Of course you vote for the adventurer to do what they want, of course. Yeah, right, like, he's creating problems. Let's get rid of problems, right? Problems need solutions. We won't just let people do whatever they want. That's not how it is. 16 to 13, this is actually a pretty close vote. I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 17 to 14, come on, 2, 1, and 0. You can duel with them later? Oh, I would if I could. Let's go. Marcher troops are more than enough to deal with a few loot-crazed scoundrels in stolen armor. The culprits are arrested. It's a success. Somebody is pleased to let us know that there was a jewel deck of immense value among the adventurous trinkets. Okay. I don't know how that changes anything. The treasurer, right? Yeah. Let's take a look at this duel situation here. Murder! Grandy Horizon Turtle has been murdered in his own home. I think you'll find, Noble Grandy, that Horizon Turtle met his unfortunate end in a duel. Comes with the territory, I suppose. A duel? There was a knife in his back! Isn't that against the rules? Indeed, my opponent facing away was a peculiar strategy. Do something, Your Majesty. This is clearly Baron Kitty II's unlawful vengeance for their parent. Isn't that a rule? A knife isn't a dueling weapon? That's true. It's a trendy new type of duel. Well. Oh. I know what to do. I'm gonna veto this. I'm gonna veto this, and it's going to be the decision of the crowd here. I think that stepping on the back in the back on the ground is against the rule. Stabbing them in the back if they lunge past you is not. Great point. Great point. Actually, yeah, I think knives were used. Yeah. Yeah, right. Now I would want to investigate, but yeah, I didn't stab her in the back. Bah. We'll see what the council thinks. Your choice is between two options. Vote now. You either execute Baron KOTC II for their obvious crime, or you think that Grand Electory has no evidence and you let them go free. Looks like the patricians have a clear idea here of what's the best thing. Wow. Wow. This is way closer than I thought. 17 to 20. It was 17 to 18 earlier. Every vote counts. 17 to 22, 18 to 22. I'm gonna be counting down from 5. And then I'm gonna stop the vote. Count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. 19 to 24. Grand Electory has no evidence. Let them go free. Pure favoritism, as Grand is no honorable duels, and this was no honorable duel. Oh, shut your pie-hole, or I might challenge you to an unexpected duel late at night in your bedchambers. Wait, what? 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 Wait, what is going on here? Perhaps this is for the best? Murder among nobles was always lightly encouraged, but hidden and unregulated. Now it's legal. Yeah, murder threat gone wrong, gone sexual. Yeah, that was supposed to mean I'm gonna murder you in your sleep, but that's not how I read it. Yeah. Let's see who we get in bed with, rather. Love-hate relationship. Yeah. I have found 3 potential matches for you. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I know. Let's take a look at the eligible candidates. From the coast, we have Arithas, the wealthy heir to Lady Patricia Morgrim's estate. He's got a reputation for honesty and fair-mindedness that's rare along the coast. This is so perfect. Morgrim's character is a referee. This is so perfect. Reputation for honesty and fair-mindedness? Hell yeah. This is it. This is it. Also pretty hot. Oh, very quickly, very often, Morgrim. He recently gave away half his fortune to the church, much to everyone's surprise, and apparently he has a dark side, though I don't know much more about that. I like the sound of him. Made my character Aiden Ballister. You can say he's balling. Let's see, from the south we have Bellona, the eldest daughter of the Marleytine lineage. She's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? She's been in more duels than I can count, and won them all. And she's got grand plans by all accounts. She wants to change the world. I'm afraid we may have a winner here. I am afraid we might have a winner. Not bad at all. And finally we have the March's offering. Katya, scion of the prestigious Bibifire bloodline. A typical baroness, really loud and brash and self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. Like most of the barons, her great passion is hunting. No beast is safe from her crossbow. Give her half a chance and she'll expound at length on how we should improve the lot of the peasants. It's hard to beat, right? Sounds like a laugh. Show me the first one again. Honestly, and fair-mindedness. Yeah, this is perfect on a background level, but I think that there's only one right decision here. Have a good night, PJ. Thank you so much once again for the support. Incredibly generous, man. And welcome back. I hope you're well. See you around next time. Take care. I like the third one. The last one. I don't know. I think it's gonna be Bologna of the South with the dueling. I'll make the arrangements, and that's it. Katya was from... Oh god. I forget. Oh, Bibifire, yeah. Let's go. So... I think it's just gonna be this. Yeah. Yeah, not gonna change anything. So, what else do we have? The Royal Wedding, an Honorable Challenge, and a Curious Curse. An Honorable Challenge. Let's start with the wedding. Your wedding to Bologna is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Bologna at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? Of course I do. Then I pronounce you king and wife. After the wedding, of course, there is a feast, and after the feast, a dance. At the feast, your new wife Bologna delivers a long, rambling speech that puts everyone to sleep. Oh no. By the time you find yourself alone with Bologna, it's past midnight, and you never felt more tired. What a wonderful occasion that was. A shame that tradition demanded we marry in St. Bertrand's Cathedral. I can assure you the temples down in the south are much grander. Yeah, I hope you're not feeling homesick already. Of course not, I never get homesick actually. I can't abide people who waste time dwelling on the past. Well? Tell me something you're passionate about. I know you're passionate about duels. Well, I'm a champion fighter. Hell yeah! Never been beaten in hand-to-hand combat. Each of my fingers has a kill count, actually. Let's read that again. Each of my fingers has a kill count, actually. That is incredibly interesting. It is, isn't it? Anyways, to continue on the subject. You gently fall asleep to the sound of Bologna droning on about herself. Which is, you know, not the worst thing that can happen. That's badass. And no, Marley, don't think about that. Alright. Let's start with the curse. A giant glass globe filled to the brim with murky water is wheeled before the council. The fishbowl contains Lord Patrician Cytherius suspended in liquid. He pokes his head above the surface. Your esteemed highness, a most infuriating circumstance has befallen me. I can see that. I have been cursed by a sea wizard. He inflicted me with his glug gills, so I can't leave the water for more than a couple of minutes. What did you do to anger this wizard? I happen to own a tannery that is polluting some picturesque beach he likes. How was I supposed to know? I demand you arrest this maniac and force him to remove these skills. Take care, Small Spring Girl. Thank you so much for being here. So, your options are status quo to coastal soldiers to arrest, diplomat to politely ask the wizard to reverse the curse, close down Lord Patrician Cypherius Tannery. What do we want to do? I think maybe B? Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. Let's try to send a diplomat. Boo. Let's try to send a diplomat. So we ignore this? So, 22, 23. This is a landslide. 23 to 8, our second most voted option. I think it's gonna be B. Let's go. Send a diplomat to politely ask the wizard to reverse the curse. Have a feeling that this diplomat is not gonna come back. Soon enough, the sea wizard appears before the council. Wait, what? As he walks in, seawater sloshes at his feet, welling up from the ground itself. What do you want from me? We need you to reverse the curse afflicting Lord Patrician Cypherius. And why would I do a thing like that? This tannery is ruining my favorite beach. I don't curse for nothing. What is happening in chat? A bunch of big messages. Yeah. I think I'll order him to shut down the stupid tannery. I think it might be that. Yeah. Let's do that. You do that. The wizard's flesh bulges and ripples and turns sadly in water. Splashing down in your corridor, he's left you with quite a cleanup job. After your soldiers close down to the tannery and destroy its vast, the nearby beach returns to its former beauty, and Lord Patrician Cypherius recovers from his curse. Sure, a few hundred jobs are lost, but it's a small price to pay, right? For saving one life, half a life. Lord Patrician Cypherius appears in the council hall a few days later, back to his old self, though he has a case of the hiccups that persist for several months. That's not good. Alright, so I need to use the restroom again real quick, so allow me please to run a 2-minute break again. Run some quick ads, and then we're gonna get started with the last event in this season, and then we'll move on. But yeah, I really need to step away for a moment here. So take the opportunity to take a super quick break. It's gonna be 2 minutes on the dot. So go grab a snack or a drink or a toilet. I'm gonna do just that. I'll see you in 2 minutes. Ads incoming, and now. Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Thank you so much for sticking around. Let us continue here. So, an honorable challenge. I wonder what this will be. Hesperus! Hesperus, no! Your Highness, this lopsided churl has besmirched my honor. He insulted my late mother. He called her a tyrant. Was your mother? Grandi Hesperus Senior, a fine woman, I assure you. She may have crushed a few rebellions in her time, but who hasn't? Which lopsided churl are you talking about? The honorless dog, Livonian guy of the patricians. Uh-oh. 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 I would duel him to regain my honor as I Grandi should, but Lord Patrician Livonian guy will not accept without your express permission. Now hold on a minute. This is a matter of respect. We can't be dueling in King Calimaco II's throne room without due process. My noble despises her mom, but you know, you could still hold your house's honor above that, right? Like, I am the only one who can despise my mother. You cannot insult my mother. You know? You're a coward, Livonian guy, and you may as well admit it now. Well, at least I'm no bloodthirsty brute like yourself. It must run in the family. You may duel. You should duel. Exactly, my mom was a piece of shit, but only I get to say that. Yeah, express permission? Sure. Hesperus grins wickedly, drawing their sword. Exactly, they both have swords, so why not? Livonian guy turns his nose up slightly, then draws a bejeweled rapier and points it squarely at Hesperus. The duelists circle each other before Grandi Hesperus steps in for the first move. Livonian guy jumps backwards, batting the sword away. The second strikes come straight after, but this time it's a feint, as Livonian guy moves to defend. Hesperus twists and redirects their attack. The sword cuts cleanly through Livonian's guy's clothing, who howls in pain. With that, Grandi Hesperus steps back and bows deeply. First blood. I win. Bravo! Nicely fought. The court returns to their business. Hesperus and the Grandis view your sanction of the duel as respecting their custom, and are clearly grateful. Thank you for the show! Thank you for the show. I appreciate that. The prophesied Ninth Herald has finally manifested on Celestath, taking the form of a humble noble known as Zachiel, who hails from a farming town in the southern hills. Are you proud of me now, Mom? You piece of shit! Congrats, Hesperus. Congrats to you. Oh, look at that. Look who's here. No. Guess who's here? Molotov and Clara are here. Molotov. Okay. Okay, Molotov is eating her dinner, so we won't be calling her. Let's continue. Or so the Grandis claim. Molotov is a very cute name, I agree. No, Clara is dealing with Molotov. Ha! Peasants all over the south are flocking to you, Zachiel. I knew you could do it. The plentiful crops have been a significant boon to our economy. Now that's what I call a miracle. Hey, skeletal recognition, I hadn't seen you. Praise be, but this is just the beginning. With him on our side, we will capture the minds of the common folk and lead a holy crusade against the false king. The people still need a push, however. With just the right amount of chaos, the peasants will take up arms and die for you. For the next stage of their scheme, the Grandis must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Anchored a few miles from the sunny coast, Lord Patrician knows his dock has invited his closest confidants aboard his yacht. Our plans are going better than expected. The spy master thinks that all is well in the kingdom. Molotov? Ciao! Ciao! Vieni qua! No, they cannot see her. No, dovrebbe andare lì vicino alla... There you go. There you go. Wait, let me give you a full... Yeah, there you go. Molotov.
Guarda là.
It's too... Yeah, the dog is too dumb. The dog is too dumb. There you go. It's a very cute dog. It's a very cute dog. I'll relay the greetings later. Yeah, the Molotov is very pretty, but doesn't shine in intelligence. Yeah, Clara actually started doing sports again last week, so they're actually out of it. You know, they're out of the woods. They cannot do everything yet, but much better. Thank you, Morgrim. So, thanks to her lack of attention, I've made a fortune selling weapons to the Ashmedean Empire, even though it's forbidden. Good job, Sparse Corruption. Good. Things are proceeding better than I ever imagined. Our next step is to replace the Palace Watch with our own agents. We already control the Honor Guard. If we can buy the loyalty of the Watch, we will have complete control of the Palace. For the next stage of their scheme, the patricians must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. Yeah, Molotov is a high charisma build, but no intelligence at all. First time seeing Molotov, and I'd already die for them. Yeah, she's that cute. I agree. Right? Right, Amy? Sparse Corruption, really brave. Let's go. Shiny Quarks, welcome back. Workers on strike, a call for apprentices. Let's do a call for apprentices here. Dreadful tidings, Your Highness. A meddling wizard has set up shop in Serona. I believe it is Pestia, the Lady of Pestilence. Why is this a problem? She's put out a call for new apprentices, which is a rare event. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many. Droves of unwashed, glory-seeking knaves from all over the south are lining up for their chads. I love that it says knaves. Wizardry, you say? Of course, Shiny Course arrives and we get wizards. Not just peasants, I, Steel, have also decided to apply. The competition will be fierce, but those citizens are no match. I'll be the most powerful noble this council has ever seen. Steel, aren't you usually against magic and stuff? Interesting stuff. You could put your clothes on if it wasn't for your servant's help. We can't let this go ahead. Not only is it heresy, it presents a clear and dangerous conflict of interest. Well then let's assemble the council. Also, wait, Steel, doesn't your noble have, like, your whole family died of a plague or something? Isn't that your backstory? Because that might be the reason, right? Maybe you want to... Yeah, if it happens the reason, we must justify it. Exactly, I love scenarios like this because they really make you think about why your character is going against your ideas. Yes! Yes. But died of volcano in the north. Okay, never mind then. Yeah, then figure out why you're doing it. Ninth, bless your majesty. Alright. So, this is a noble affair. The monarch is not going to meddle in this. Yeah, he's just going to let the council decide. Because he thinks that Steel should be judged by his peers. Something to do with missing arm? Okay, okay. So do we allow Steel to become an apprentice, or do we forbid him to do it? This is very close. It's 8 to 8. 8 to 9. Oh my god, this is the closest thing ever. 12 to 12. It's been a constant tie. 12 to 13. Forbidding is currently winning 13 to 14, but it's a tie again. Oh my god. Oh my god. 15 to 14 in favor of allowing it. This is insane. I'm gonna be counting down from 5 here. I gotta be 17 to 15, 17 to 16, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. 18 to 16. Allow Lord Patrician Steel 40k to become Pestia's apprentice. By the 9th, how will he keep up with his noble duties if he's spending all his time in the south with this wizard? And what if 9th Preservas he actually passes his apprenticeship? There's never been a wizard in the council before. We'll just have to cross that bridge when we get to it. You've nothing to fear from your Highness. I'll always have the kingdom's interests at heart, even as a wizard. Lord Patrician Steel 40k sets off immediately on his journey to the south. Pestis' presence in Serona attracts all sorts of visitors, though the power of her linen magic starts to wield crops for miles around. Good stuff. Good stuff. We'll see how that goes. Alright, workers on strike. PJ! Your Majesty, I need help with my peasants. The south is prosperous and living conditions are improving, but they still want more. They've gone on strike demanding better pay and fewer hours. Many have thrown down their tools and started squatting on my property. We should deliver with the council. God bless you, Your Holiness. It's 0%? I'm going to Iron Choice B. I'm going to Iron Choice B. And if they don't, we will find other means. Issue a royal proclamation ordering the strikers to stand down. These commoners don't deserve what they're asking. Who do they think they are to blackmail us like that? They should be put back in their place. We really need to bolster the southern forces. Yeah, we need to strengthen that. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. We need to be ready for situations like these. Looks like it's gonna be B, 15 to 9, counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. 17 to 9. Boom. 80% chance. Grievy welcome and thank you for trying to vote. You have to join first though. Exclamation mark, join, followed by your pronouns. You send a message to the workers, commanding them to return to work in the name of the king. Faced with trial for high treason, most of the workers crumble and return to work. The ones that are left are easily cleared out by southern soldiers. No 80% fails here, Evra. The Grannies are grateful for your intervention, but the workers continue to mutter rebelliously against the nobles and crown alike. Yeah, a few soldiers, just a few. Yeah, that makes sense that this would be a hit to stability, but you know, we take these. We take these. Let's take a look at that rise in tempers now. Bologna, oh my god, yes, so much dueling. So much dueling. Ah, Calimaco, I have something I need to discuss with you. That oaf, Lady Patrician Alexa Aranel, challenged my honor, calling me a coward only fit to fight training dummies. Wait, Alexa, aren't you a physician? Am I mistaking you for someone else? I must regain my honor by fighting her at once. Aren't you a physician? Yeah, kinda down to insult someone with a finger kill count. I am very non-confrontational, yeah. Well, my spouse might be lying here. But I don't care, give her a good kicking for me. By all that is holy, I will. Not to worry. Sorry, Alexa. This is how it is. This is how it is. The very next day, Lady Patrician Alexa Aranel is summoned to the fighting ring for the much-anticipated duel. Are you ready, Bologna? I shall enjoy putting you in your place. Who is this person? Yeah, that sounds like Alexa said something and Bologna took it the wrong way, but this disproves it. We can still say that that's the actual, you know, that's how it went. And that this didn't happen. Yeah, we can just say that this is not what's happening. And that you said something and Bologna took it the wrong way, and then, you know, that happened. I am of course going to cheer for Bologna, come on. Bologna greens ever so slightly. The two combatants circle each other like lions, their swords drawn and pointed at each other. I love that she's actually good. She has a 70% chance of winning. Yeah, of course she's not going down without a fight. Oh, it's an imposter? Wait, this is not your portrait? Is that what's happening? Oh, that model is not right. Oh, that's so good. Then let's find an explanation for why this is happening. Hell yeah, Worthy. Hell yeah. The two combatants circle each other like lions, their swords drawn and pointed at each other. When they finally come to blows, the fight is over almost as quickly as it begins. A quick parry here, a thrust there, and suddenly Lady Patricia and Alexa Arnell is holding up her hands in a display of surrender. Well fought. You win. Bologna looks positively jubilant. She has proven her skill and vindicated the family name. Sigh, the queen is so hot. The queen is indeed hot. I have to agree there. Hot, she's a fighting hot lady. Trumpets again. Adesso lo sai. Alright. Alexa, I'm really looking forward to seeing how you explain what just happened there. I really want to know. I really want to know. a lore challenge for Alexa. Alright, but now it's auction time. Let's start it in 3, 2, 1. Boop! Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Account unlinked. I see, but yeah, I want to see the actual narrative reason. So what are your options here? Raising military for the barons with the fortress with A, lowering authority with the theater with B, lowering stability with the prison with C, lowering trade for the grandees with the thieves guild with D, raising stability with the library with E, and lowering military for the patricians with the stadium with F. Look at the patricians. Building stadiums here. 20 seconds left. I'm gonna let you know when there's 10 seconds left, and then when there's 5 seconds left. So fund. Spend your money. Become the big spender. 10 seconds left now. 5 seconds are gonna be left now. So do it. Spend your money. True one. Boom. What happened? We got the stadium, right? Hell yeah. Kane. Did we have Kane? We did not have Kane. And Swede. Ooh. Kane and Swede. Cool stuff. Okay. So Kane spending all his money to build a prison. And then we have Swede spending half of his money to build a stadium on the coast. Good stuff. Gotta go. See you next episode. By the way, the guy who was pretending to be me was my lieutenant working as my representative and my second on duels. I'm more into dagger lower wise. That's good. Have a good night, Livonian guy. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you had a good time. I'll see you around next time. Got me things on flying, but that fit well. It not been attached to my account that was a person 5 for me. Yeah, right? That's so much better. Alright, let's go. Tithe trouble about your ear and beach the whale. Let's do the air real quick. Your marriage to Bellona has grown strong and steady, like an old castle wall. Though it began as a political arrangement, it's blossomed into something like love. We're two fighters, of course. And you know what? We are going to have a child together this time around. Yes, we're going to have a child together. A glorious child out of two fighters. It's gonna be a lion. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let's take a look at the beached whale here. Your esteemed highness, a great big whale washed up on the coast right outside my villa. However, before I could order my servants to harvest its blubber, a finfolk crawled up onto the sand. It begged me for an audience with the king. Tell me you didn't grant that request? Apologies, your serene highness. Yeah, it's gonna be a lion. Your worst fears I realize when a frog-faced, green-skinned man waddles in, his flippers slapping against the marble. Your Majesty, his wife's name was Hikmah. He was wise and gentle, and a great friend of Finfall. I think it's dead, because it says was. We will bless her return so we can take her soul into the great abyss with honor. In what ways was this whale your friend? She kept the flock away, balanced her room with a beautiful song, and provided us with a bounteous meal. Oh, ew. I regret asking. Please return her to us so we can give her a proper burial. That's below. You can't be seriously considering this, your esteemed highness. The beast is dead. The beast is dead. Huh. What do we do here? I say we don't make them mad. Yeah. I think we return the dead whale to the Finfolk. So we don't want them to mess with our ships, right? If we had a higher military here in the navy, I would have said let's just harvest it. But in this situation, I would say let's return it. Because we don't have a strong navy. They should fight in the arena for it. That's a great point. This is partly a matter of the coast, but it's, you know, it actually is about the whole kingdom if you think about it, because these creatures, these fiendfolk, could just sabotage our ships. How do fiendfolk duel? With seashells. Yeah, it could cause a diplomatic incident, exactly. Let me see, it's 10 to 17, it's pretty clearly that we're gonna be having B, so let's go. By the ninth, I can't believe this, the animal was already dead. Thank you, Majesty. The Finfolk will regret that. Using a huge crane and a team of oxen, the rotting whale is lifted and placed upon wooden rollers. Without ceremony, it is plopped back into the ocean. From that point on, coastal fishermen report that their catches have never been better. The grateful Finfolk literally herd fish towards their nets. We're doing great. Oh, they use swordfish, obviously, you're right. Did you know that there was a guy who had a ceremonial sword made from a swordfish snout? Prince Elect or something. Yeah, look it up, it's really cool. Yeah, Claymore, yeah, exactly. It's huge, it's freaking huge. What else do we have? Oh, Tithe Trouble, let's go. Queen of Hearts VIP, hello and welcome, how are you doing? A man stabbed someone with a swordfish? What? Oh my god. Man stabbed with fish. Only in Australia. Your Highness, I've come to submit a complaint about the patricians of the coast. Lately they've been neglecting their tithes. I'm not a debt collector. Who do you think the common folk will blame if the church starts failing? Me? No, Your Highness, they'll blame you alone. Especially if I tell my priest to spread word that you refuse to help a holy man in need. Oh, this is blackmail. I see. Thank you for joining, Queen. Yeah, there you go. Bavarian Prince Elector Maximilian II. Yes, that's the one. Queen, you are a Baron of the March. You know what? This sounds like a challenge to me. Yep. I think it might be this thing. Like, remember when I said one of the I wrote like 10 words on my notes for Calimaco II, and one of those is like a whole line is quarrelsome. So yeah, go away, you irritating old fart. I've never been so. You will regret your words and your deeds. I'll see to it personally. Goodbye. It's not about that. It's not really about the king caring for the church. It's about the king being a quarrelsome individual. Yeah. The Archbishop soon proves the truth of his words. Throughout the kingdom, priests preach to their flock that the king is a baby kicker and devil worshipper. The gullible peasants lap it up. Baby kicking? Never been an issue. The south swells with devotees from across the kingdom. They've come to see Zachiel, the Ninth Herald, in action. In the picturesque town of Aranjar, the grandest holy claimant delivers a speech to raucous applause. Two figures stand in an alcove nearby. If our army were strong enough, we could take the palace by force. A crusade? That sounds promising. So I suggest we leave it up to the Ninth God. Surely he will intervene on Zachiel's behalf. Grandies? This is your opportunity to finish the game. How do you want to try to do it? Do you want to launch a holy war to claim the throne, trying to raise your own military? Or do you want to pray for a miracle, trying to raise your own faith? What do you want to do? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, baby kicking national sport, exactly. We shall use our swords then in the crusade once we get swords. Dueling babies. Yeah. Ninth Herald, succeed as king said to worship devil. Oh my god, you're so right, Lurks. And this is 9-6, this is incredibly close. But I think a holy war is going to win in the end. Let's go. Launch a holy war to claim the throne. Technically, there is no rules against dueling a baby, but their parent is allowed to pick a champion for the baby. That's a great point. Oh, I agree, Hesperus. I absolutely agree. Yeah, I'm very proud of you, Grandies, for going for the most RP choice here. As the vote is called, cheers erupt in the grand hall of the Grandee brave Sir Robert's villa. For the Ninth God, death to the Pretender, death to King Calimaco II. For the final stage of their scheme, the Grandees must raise their military to at least 5. That's gonna be tough. We'll see how it goes. Somewhere along the coast, Lord Patrician Nosesdog strolls in his holy olive garden, accompanied by a close friend. The Palace Watch won't accept our bribes, the treasury is practically overflowing. They don't need our money. And I suppose they run straight to the spy master to blab about it too. Damn our luck, is this the end? The best investments are never profitable to begin with. We will bide our time and strike again when the king least expects it. Patricians, lower treasury 1500. Yeah, it's 5, right? Because if it's below 5, the last stage tells you to go to 5. So yeah. This vote in Sir Robert's villa By the Grand, this is one of the watershed moments of the kingdom's history, when the fate of the realm was decided. Yeah, if they succeed, this is gonna be insane. Yeah, exactly, Amy, yeah. How deal they reveal our corruption? Sparks corruption, I don't know. It defeats me. Confer tax, let's go. Rogue Golem, inappropriate magic, and a clairvoyant visit. Huh. Well... yeah, the patricians are supposed to spend all their money in this dynasty. I mean, everybody's supposed to spend their money. So let's begin. Where do we begin? Let's begin with the... let's begin with the clairvoyant visit. Yeah. Nilawa! Hey! Your Serene Highness. Your Serene Highness. Lord Patrician Shiny Quarks has been having prophetic dreams. Really, Shiny Quarks? Of all people? God damn it. It is true, I can part the veil betwixt now and some ways off. I see code in my dreams. Give me a prophecy then. I look to the future and he speaks through me, no more no less. For one thing, Baron of Shadowsphere should beware of onion soup. Okay. And the color red will bring bad fortune to Baron Quinn of Hearts VIP. But that's my favorite color. Please, Your August Majesty, have him foretell the future for the council. We could gain insight into great mysteries. Okay. So, throw him in the dungeon. What would we do? Do we need an omniscient fortune teller? I'm gonna say let's do it once for entertainment, and that's it. That's what I'm gonna say. Once for pure entertainment. Yeah, I don't think it deserves more attention than that. I have a vision. It's saying we should have more combat in this kingdom, even more than what we have already. Oh god. Oh, this is close. It's super close. 14 to 14. I didn't think it would be this close. 15 to 15, 16 to 15, 16 to 16, 16 to 17, 17 to 17. Oh my god, this is so close. 17 to 17, I'm gonna be counting down from 5, 4, 18 to 17, 3, 2, last opportunity to vote, 1, and 0. 19 to 18 in the very end. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was incredibly close. Alright, just this once. Begin the visions. Lord Patrician Shiny Quarks spreads a dark velvet cloth onto the floor, sits cross-legged and closes his eyes. After a moment's silence, he gasps. Excellent, Your Serene Highness. Something wonderful beyond the veil. Let me gather myself, so I may understand what lies ahead. Hell yeah! Yeah, Monarch vote did the work, you're right. Oh my god. Yeah, we're having a lot of very close votes. Peace, Your August Majesty. I see it spreading like silk across the land. Treat good fortune with wisdom, Your August Majesty, for luck turns as a sea wind. Beaming, Lord Patrician Nilawa whisks him out. You think you spot a couple of coins changing hands, but you can't be sure. Sure enough, the Chancellor soon reports a new tax treaty with Ashmead that puts the kingdom at a great advantage. Shiny Quarks must have known what he was talking about. See? There you go. Goofy! How you doing? Mud Monday? What do you mean? Good stuff. That was a good event. Let's take a look at the Golem, and then we're gonna do inappropriate magic. A rogue golem has crossed into our territory over the Ashmeadian border, Your Highness. This could be an exciting opportunity. What's so exciting about it? Please, my liege, this is our only chance to figure out how this golden magic works. We could even turn it against Ashmead. Your Majesty, the barons would drown their own grandmothers to gain an advantage over Ashmead, or over the patricians and grandees. Golems are an offense to the Ninth God and they're dangerous. We should destroy it before it gets out of control. Okay. Went to the gym during lunch today. Missed your stream starting. Oh, no problem. No problem. Good of you for going to, you know, to the gym. I should start doing that soon too. Welcome back. Hope you had a good day so far. All right, let's go. Yeah, we smashed it last time. I think... You know what? You know what? I think I'd like to add it to the Marcher army. And the reason behind that is... if we get another Cuervo keep, we can just send the Golem. Let's add it to the Marcher army. Imagine using a Golem as your champion in the arena. That would be freaking scary. You think the Marchers are weak, that's why? Nah. Nah. I would say add it to the Grindy army, but we don't want a Golem. Precisely. I would have given you the Golem. 11 to 2, 12 to 10, 12 to 11. How can we have such close votes? I'm so glad I didn't pick Call for Unity. It would have been so useless. 13 to 12, counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. 13 to 13. Oh my god. It's a tie. Still a little bit too late. I think your vote was counted. It's just refreshing. We're gonna add it to the Marcher army. We know from first-hand experience how well these golems fight. It'll be a wonderful addition to our troops. And it's a success! Hell yeah! We're great! The golem lives up to its reputation. On its first test run, blades pop out of its wrists and slice a training dummy in half, as well as the wall behind it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, only roll successes. Yeah, that's for worthy, yeah. Well, inappropriate magic. Let's take a look at this one. Oh no. Oh no, I think we know what happened here. Your Highness, help me. I've been cursed. Withering away, steal 40k to blame. Look, I didn't expect Pestia's spell to do that. Anyway, Katori Blueberry stole my prized attaché toothbrush last week. I only wanted to give him a toothache. Unimaginable pain. Please, by the knife, make it stop. God above, this cannot go unpunished, Your Highness. A moment later, Katori Blueberry's skull falls off and it collapses onto the floor in a pile. Very sad. Excuse me? So, this is why we have the trash. Why aren't we using it? Good point. Yeah, right? Now steel is kind of scary to duel. 100% authority? I say A. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever seen this. I say A, absolutely. I say A. I made my character with the intent to not be dueling. I see, I see. Like, this is something that goes above problems among peers, right? This is not a noble murdering another noble. Yeah, exactly, it wasn't a duel. This was a murder, and what's worse, the reason why Calimaco II is so adamant on doing something here is that this was an accidental murder committed by someone who cannot control their power. So this to Calimaco screams, stop this immediately. Like, close the situation. This must not happen again. Begrudgingly, still 40k tenders his resignation with Pestia. You think the matter is settled until Pestia herself turns up in your throne room a week later. Oh shit. I'm afraid I can't accept the resignation of Steel 40k. He signed a contract and cannot quit without my permission. Oh shit. Oh shit. What if I give you someone else? Such as... Howitzer! Oh, I love this. Howitzer, sweet. Oh, you wanna go, Howitzer? You wanna go? Howitzer wants it. Oh wait, no, not Swede. Swede, please. Alright, let's do this. This is pretty good. This is a pretty good trio that we have here. Yeah, let's send Howitzer to die. Deal. No, you can't just offer me up like livestock. Before Steel 40k can say more. Oh my god. Wait. Did I click the wrong one? Did I click the wrong one? For Steel 40k? No. Okay. You clicked the right one. Okay, thank god. Before Steel 40k can say more, Pestia extends a spindly finger at him, there's a puff of smoke, and once it clears, a housefly is all that remains. That's better. Come along now, apprentice. Oh, okay, wouldn't want to get swatted now, would you? Hell spells! How could you just offer him up like that? That was horrific. He asked for it. By the night, that was horrific. I wonder which spell Pestia used. Glad it wasn't me. Yeah, that was weird, right? Jesus. Why is the coast mad? I have no idea. Yeah, I think that was super bugged. Yeah, I agree, Hesperus, yeah. Howitzer is a fly now. Well, shit. So... I think I like this combination. I'm not gonna move away from this. Yeah, X-Com interceded on your behalf. Oh, Stone Maiden. Mercantile complaint and taxing issue. Let's go with the taxing issue first. Your Majesty, help us. Lord Patricia Shiny Quarks of the Coast has been bleeding us dry, yes? Shiny Quarks again? Not literally, I hope. No, I'm making use of a common idiom, Your Majesty. Our taxes are 10 times higher than they've ever been. I can't afford to feed me cows. It's true, Your Majesty. Lord Patrician Shiny Quarks has been taxing these peasants at least twice as much as the next highest noble. It's been a hard year, Your August Majesty. I have barely any gold in my vault. I'm just doing what I can to stay afloat. Yeah. You're clearly having a hard time. I'll let you off. It's alright. Excellent. I'm relieved you saw sense, Your Esteemed Highness. Of course, Shiny Quarks. Of course. Yeah, I need the money to spend on auctions, exactly. I'm fine with that. But think of me cows, Your Honor. Think of me cows. Over the next few months, Lord Patrician Shiny Quarks becomes rich once again by jacking up his taxes. The other patricians follow his example gleefully. Soon enough, the farms of the coast are destitute, the cattle are starving, and so are the peasants. Only the patricians are fat and wealthy, and that's what we care for. What's that? Gimmergramp, hello and welcome. Wait, Gimmergramp. How you doing? I remember raiding you. What up? Gimmergramp is another King of the Castle streamer, by the way. Y'all, in case you don't know him, go drop a follow. Go drop a follow. How you doing? How much money does he have? Who? Sorry, can I? Oh, you, Shiny Quarks? Shiny Quarks had 0 or like 250 or something. So yeah, not much. The sacrificial lamb. Yeah, 3 farming is pretty big. Already a follower, awesome. 250, there you go. A mercantile complaint. Your Majesty, the richest merchants of the south have bribed the grandees to give them an exclusive charter. They now control all trade of perfumes and dyes, the south's most valuable goods. It's a monopoly, Your Majesty. They're scamming the public by fixing prices, pushing smaller traders like myself out of business. Something must be done. Okay. Sounds like good business. Demand that the treasury gets a taste of the bribes. Declare the exclusive charter null and void. We don't really care for this stuff. You know? Actually, this is a regional monopoly, right? Yeah, actually we should go see. We should go see, because this is for the better of, you know, for the interest of the whole region. And that's what we do. That is what we do. That is our whole thing. We rule we rule on the kingdom and the regions. And nobles rule on themselves. So we should try to achieve the better prosperity of the region. Yeah. Yeah. 11 to 17, 11 to 18, 12 to 18. I'm gonna be waiting until the voting, the time is over. So now 14 to 20. This is still kind of close. I'm gonna be counting down from 5 and then closing off the vote. This is 15 to 20, counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 0. Boom. Declare the exclusive charter null and void. You order soldiers to break up the monopoly, accompanied by an even more fearsome threat. Lawyers. The charter is declared illegitimate. Many grandees lose their investment. Smaller traders in the south flourish once again, and prices return to a sensible level. The common folk rejoice. Good job, everyone. It changes the next game, Alexa. But we can check it out. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it stays the same. It stays the same for the duration of the game. And now let's have some travel. Behold, Your Holiness. Grandee Dragonpit pulls aside a tarpaulin to reveal a granite statue of Grandee Maito. The statue is impeccably detailed, its expression frozen grimace. Well, sorry, Maito. Ooh, oh, girlies. It's that side, is it not? It's not a statue, is it? Astutely observed, Your Highness. This is all that remains of my fellow Grandee. It seems the Stone Maiden is abroad in the south. Isn't there a fairy tale about the Stone Maiden? Old women scare their children with tales of her, yes. She's a walking statue with burning yellow eyes. All who meet her gaze are turned to stone. She sleeps for years at a time before waking up and terrorizing the kingdom. She must have ambushed Grandee Mito on her latest vineyard inspection. Please, Your Highness, we must do something. We're having a lot of death. Please. Oh my god. We're having a lot of death this dynasty. And it's only episode 2. Oh, this is so bad. Because Calimaco's instinct would be to send in an army, but we don't have an army. This sucks. This really sucks. Yeah, death and magic today. Yeah. Hire a wizard to take care of it. Hire a wizard is kind of like paying a champion to take care of it. So the paper tiger. We're gonna veto this because we don't want people to hide, and all of the 3 are fine. The other 3 are fine. I think we would go with A or C. Probably A, because it's kind of like taking a champion and, you know, to fight for you, so I think it might be A in Calimaco's opinion. It's like hiring a mercenary or a gladiator to fight for you in the arena, or a jouster to joust for you. Not dealing with wizards. That's smart. Alright, this looks decided. 22 to 8. Let's go. 22 to 9. Yeah, 23 to 9. Hire a wizard to take care of this. You send out word that you need a wizard and fast. A few days later, one arrives and presents a hideous spectacle indeed. The wizard is a smoking ruin of twisted slag, mouth stretched in a silent scream, carried into your throne room atop a palanquin. Set down carefully by a team of sickly-looking apprentices. I hear you are having trouble with a woman who turns people to stone. A matter I regretfully have some experience with. I can make this problem go away for the advertised fee and a small sacrifice. All I require is one of the king's teeth. Fuck, I forgot that. This is so bad. Forgot about this. Oh, Gordius is incredibly cool. I would say, for what possible reason? That's wizard business. You survey the worried faces of the nobles. Allowing this wizard to pull out a royal tooth looks weak, but condemning your citizens looks cowardly. Ah, shit. Do we want to give it? Oh my god, the tooth. Do it. Yeah, is the king brave enough? I think so. Yeah, right? No challenge unmet. I think that the king has a moment of hesitation, thinking of what the wizard could do with his tooth. And then it's like, we're gonna have to cross that bridge when we get there. Take the tooth. One of Gordius' apprentices steps forward and whips out a pair of pliers. It's over in a flash. Thank you, Your Majesty. This will make a fine addition to my collection. Bastard! At least Gordius sticks to his promises. Within a week, the Stone Maiden's eyes are dark. She's a statue once more. silent and unmoving, with village children dancing around her and pigeons making messes on her head. Okay? I'm sure nothing bad will come of that. Of that tooth. Of course you can keep it. So, your heir, the expedition returns. Oh, the expedition returns? And the need for horses? Let's go with the heir first. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before your council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask my crown to be passed down to. The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My child. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your esteemed highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your child. What is their name? Thank you, Deal Dragon. It's Calimaco III. Marvelous, Your Majesty. I'm sure little Calimaco III will grow up to be a chief of the old block. Congrats on finding an heir, blah blah blah. It is sure indeed. So, I would say, let me take a super quick break again. I really need to use the restroom tonight. Don't ask me why. So let me get some more water. Let me use the restroom, and I'm gonna be back in 2 minutes. And we are gonna finish the game. This is gonna be the last break because I don't think there's gonna be that much left. We'll see though. I'm gonna be running 90 seconds of ads as usual, so we can get rid of pre-rolls for the last section of the stream, and then we're gonna continue. So go grab a snack or a drink, use the restroom. I'm gonna be back in 2 minutes. And welcome back, and thank you so much for sticking around, everybody. How are you doing? How are you doing? Alright, let's finish this. Yeah, I really hope that we get some military stuff. Let's get to the need for horses first, and then we take a look at the expedition here. King Israel, hey! Your Majesty, I've been thinking, March's soldiers are without peer, but our armies could always be stronger. What we really need are better horses, but the best don't come cheap. The Ashmedians have a surplus of destriers at the moment, horses bred for war. Perhaps the crown could go halves with the barons to acquire some. For the good of the kingdom, of course. Huh. God, that's a lot of money. No, I like the idea of... I like this idea, but I think we should get our own destriers, you know? Because that's better for jousting. You know? I think we should make them, yeah. One hour of work. God damn it. Hang in there, hang in there. Right? We bring our own. We breed our own, right? Yeah, let's do it. For a fair amount of people, but way too spread out across the south to amount to something meaningful. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, let's make our own horses. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So we can make them for jousting and not for war, and we don't have to rely on Ashmead. And if it fails, we can get winged hussars instead. Oh my god, you're right. Desire to trade intensifies. Let's see how it goes first. I have a good feeling about this though. 8 to 22. This looks pretty decided to me. Yeah, right. Homemade horses, made with love. Let's go. Encourage the barons to breed their own destriers in the march. Hell yes! Hell yeah! King Kalima II is so lucky. So lucky. The barons get to work learning everything they can about horse husbandry and the best breeding techniques. Hopefully we'll see positive results by next falling season. Congrats, freak. Congrats, barons. Hell yeah. Thank you, Ramp. Have a good one. Take care. Hell yeah. Let's take a look at the expedition returns now. And see what happened to the poor souls we sent to the other side of the ocean. Yeah, now we just need to get there, exactly. In an uncharacteristically brash move, your treasurer burst into the council chamber unannounced, right in the middle of a session. Your Majesty, the expedition you sent to Chur has finally returned. Did it bring anything good back? Unfortunately not. Fuck. It's clear from their tale that it was a miracle that they made it back at all. Though they have not brought us any great riches, the tale of their adventure is surely one for the ages. I mean, it's a tale. We like tales around here. Yeah, exactly. They have one... Precisely, Worthy. They have one glory. Precisely. Let's hear this tale. The remaining crew arrived within the week, still tired and disheveled. They all have a mad look in their eyes. Go on. Take your time. Everything was going fine, Your Majesty, until we discovered the vault. The vault? Did it have money inside? It was not for storing money, but something much worse. I don't know how to describe them. The cursed demons of the seventh god? Horrors that should never be witnessed by living people. So many of us died, or were driven to insanity by the voices in their heads. Jesus. Jesus. So no riches then? My king knows of the council. We should probably decide what will be done with these poor souls. Cthulhu. They have braved the far reaches of the world in the name of our kingdom and return. Surely a celebration is in order, or at least a few knighthoods. And you didn't bring them back. I don't think they were really compliant, you know? Honestly, let's make a freaking parade. They deserve it. They deserve the parade. Let's do the parade, come on. Let's spend this money. Is this the final scheme? Thank God it's not. Okay. The vault is related to the plan? It probably is. Yeah, we should celebrate them. Let's tell their story. For generations to come. Come on. We sent an expedition to bring us cool animals and they end up unleashing ancient eldritch horrors from the dawn of time in the world. You can't trust people to do anything. And it was the experienced ones. Imagine if we had sent the amateur crew. Alright. Looks pretty clear it's gonna be a parade here. 9 to 18. A is climbing up, but yeah, C continues to climb, so 9 to 19. I'm gonna 9 to 20, let's call it. Yeah, more C's even coming through. Yeah, there you go. We hold a parade for sure. A great parade is thrown in the capital, attracting guests from all over the kingdom. You honor the sailors and the shipbuilders who carried them to church with a lavish ceremony. Word spreads of their return, and soon peasants and nobles alike hang on every word as they recount their tales in taverns across the country. This is so fucking cool. And also look at that, 10 authority and 10 stability. We're cool. Noses Doc. Luck is with us, my friend. The palace watch are in our pocket. They took our money gladly. The kingdom can barely afford to pay them a living wage. Music to my ears. Soon the throne will be ours. Indeed it will. But now we must plan our next steps. Patricians of the coast, how do you want to try to end the game? Do you want to kill the king and place your own claim on the throne, trying to lower authority? Or do you want to try to control the king with the threat of assassination, trying to raise your own military, huh? Yeah, Calimaco II is doing a great job. As a Chew! Hello and welcome, thank you for joining. Let me see where you are. You are a baron! What up? Oh my god, it's a 50-50. Patricians, come on. Okay, 5 to 4. If you are a patrician and you have not voted, this is the time to do it. I'm gonna be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Kill the king and place your claimant on the throne. For the next few months, we'll have our troops infiltrate the capital disguised as beggars. At my signal, they'll gather and storm the palace in the dead of night. The bribed watch will open the gates. Our soldiers will murder the king in his bed and have our claimant on the throne before sunrise. Yeah, both are quite bad. Ruthless, I like it. But what about the grandees and barons? They'll call us usurpers and rise up in revolt. Not necessarily, my friend. If King Calimaco II's rule is weak enough, we can persuade them to accept anything. For the final stage of their for the final stage of their scheme, the patricians must lower the kingdom's authority to 5 or less. We'll duel the king in his bedchamber at midnight. So, one more auction, y'all. Let's do this. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Boop. Exclamation mark fund followed by the letter of the building you want to fund followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are lowering military for the barons with a stadium with A, lowering trade for the barons with a thieves guild with B, lowering farming for the grandees with a deer park with a C, raising military for the grandees with a fortress with D. Oh my god, that's a lot of money that people are spending. Raising trade with the Grand Bazaar for the patricians with E, and lowering authority with the theater with F. I see a lot of money on D and F, and I think that's what's gonna happen. I forgot to tell you that there's 20 seconds left. I'm gonna let you know there's 10 seconds left and then 5. Alright, so get ready here. 10 seconds left now. 10 seconds left now. And 5 seconds left now. Do it. spend your money. Oh my god. The stadium was funded? Oh my god. T. Alice spending all his money. And Dragon Pit spending most of it. Getting a stadium and a fortress in. This is insane. We have T. Alice. And Dragon Pit. Hell yeah. How much money do you have? Steel, you have 0. 0 money. Kick-ass stadium and a kick-ass fortress, yes. Oh, stadiums are always worth it in this dynasty. They are. So what else do we have here? What else do we have? Yeah, if it's too frustrating, we're just gonna scrap that still. But you know, I kind of like the idea of keeping it for now and see how we do. Like, I'm assuming, I have a feeling that this might change in the future. We'll see. Kingdom's got to prepare. Those demons are probably gonna show up in a couple generations. They might. So, your ambition. Like, you gotta be strategic with how you spend your money. I gotta start with the ambition first, because that's what I usually do. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a conqueror. But so far, you've not convinced anyone. The kingdom's army is mediocre at best, your majesty, but you won't be doing any conquering anytime soon. Your current ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you, you need to pivot. Change your image. My advice would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with schemes of our own, but your other advisors have other ideas. So... do an initial ambition event because despite it but being necessary, it's a weird decision considering the event in the region competition increase military allowing you to hit the threshold. Whatever. That would be a good idea to make a dynasty, okay. Whoever attends more games with a golden choice in play. That's a good point, but I still want to try it out. Like, we were episode 2. I wanna give it a few more tries. So, advice would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies. Your Majesty, if you help us spread the zeal of the Ninth God, the Church will lend our full support. With the backing of the Church, the nobles wouldn't dare move against you. The common folk are a sleeping giant that even the nobles are afraid to wake. If you become beloved by the peasants, the nobles wouldn't dare overthrow you for fear of revolution. Don't listen to the rest of these fools. Have you heard of the Scepter of Sages? It's a lost artifact, forged by Queen Alma, the Wise. There's a legend that any king who recovers it will rule over a golden age. Yeah, exactly, Warzy. The Archbishop was like, hey, do you remember me? So... definitely not the common folk. We don't care for the common folk. The Church... we don't really care for that. And also, fuck Archie. Or whatever his name is. Oh, becoming a saint would destroy the crusade before it starts. That's a good point. But also the Scepter of Sages. Spy network. I think it's the Scepter. It's the one that feels more Silverius. There you go. Scepter of Sages is the one that feels most like a challenge. Could become a tradition. I don't know. I don't want to have that kind of rigid determinations. But it's the one that feels more like a challenge. So I think I'm going to go with that one. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll begin sending out adventurers to track down the Scepter's location. Plague of Rats. Oh, that's for sure the reason lurks. Baron Tialis strides into the council chambers distraught, waving a dead rat by its tail. The fields and barns of the marsh are overrun by vermin, and we've no more poison for these horrible things. We can't cope anymore. Yeah, exactly, Swede. Yeah. Cats, you say? It's definitely not going to be this. We are going to be doing something. I think it's going to be either poison or cats here. Even poison, I'm feeling very confident with poison. I'm feeling poison, to be quite honest. I'm just imagining Calimaco using the Scepter of Sages like a staff to fight in duels. Oh my god. How's it going? Burn any good peasants today, Sylvester? Alright, 16 to 13. Very close. I'm going to be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. But what if the 9% roll fails? Well, I'm gonna ban you, so you better hope it doesn't. See, you're lucky, Ephra. You're lucky. You sent barrels of poison to the march, closely guarded. Soon rat corpses litter the land. It's messy and poison stockpiles will take some time to recover, but the infestation is over. Boom! Bada boom. Blood money. Komori Kitsune. Oh, we've seen this, like, yesterday. What are you talking about? Nothing is wrong. Absolutely nothing is wrong in the march. Things must have changed. There's definitely not an old witch who lives at the borders of my lands, and I definitely haven't been having money troubles. And most importantly, she didn't offer me a fortune in exchange for just a drop of my blood. An offer which I absolutely didn't accept. I'm confused. Ever since I didn't accept the witch's bargain, I haven't found myself obeying her every command. I definitely still rule over my state. Not her. Furthermore, she didn't forbid me from telling you any of this, and I'm not using negative statements to bypass her magic. I think Calimaco II is smart enough here. Yeah, let's fetch a court decision. After a week confined to a cold iron box with nothing to eat but salt, the magic stops affecting Baron Komori Kitsune so strongly. He's even able to talk about his ordeal directly. I always tolerated the bloody witch. She'd sell medicine to the peasants and help them find lost sheep. I never suspected she was capable of something like this. We need to call a vote, send a regiment to take back my stolen lands. Training the sir about a witch, aren't you worried about the tooth you gave the wizard Gordius? Nah. No. No, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. I'm sure. Well, let's burn a witch. I say, let us burn a witch at the stake. Let's do it. Fine. Let's burn the freaking witch. And 70% certain we can just the witch. Yeah, right? Let's show her that 70% of the times we are right 70% of the times. 21 votes, I think even 22 in a second here. Let's continue. It's a success, of course! King Calimaco II is blessed. It is blessed. This guy is blessed. When the martial troops arrive on Baron Komori Kitsune's estate, the land itself fights back. The soil opens up beneath them. Trees swipe at their horses. But they fight their way through with minimal losses. The witch tries to escape, but she's caught by sentries posted around the perimeter. That evening, the witch is burned in the town square as the peasants watch in silence. Baron Komori Kitsune is pathetically grateful for the return of his ancestral home. But the fields are never again as bountiful as they were under the witch's reign. Ah. We are going to be... We might want to get an extra tax here. I need feminism because Gordius gets hired to kill the Stone Maiden, but wishes get burnt. I see where you're going with this, but... Wait. I see where you're going for, but they very much did burn Gordius. That is a very good point, actually. I think this has to be a... Like, we are on the verge of bankruptcy, right? I think we have to do it. My money's tied up with my land, if you're curious. I think it might be a cruel tax to everybody. Are we on the verge of bankruptcy? Yeah, the first expense sends us into bankruptcy. I think we do this. We just want to make sure. Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to risk embarrassing ourselves in front of the kingdom. Better to appear authoritative and feared than to appear, you know. People freaking out. Comet sighting and printing press. These are so different. Let's start with the comment. A blood-red comet was spotted in the night sky over the south, Your Majesty. The peasants are claiming it is a terrible omen. The common folk are on the verge of panic. Is there anything I can do? I'll tell them there's nothing to worry about. 95%. And it's a success, of course. I think Kalinga II is starting to develop a cult of personality around himself. You deliver a speech reassuring the peasants of the south that the comet isn't a good or bad sign. Just a thing. Probably the ninth god riding a chariot or whatever. Fortunately, the common folk take you at your word. After all, if the king said something, you'd better listen. The peasants go back to work in the fields, ignoring the comet entirely. There you go. Easy peasy. The ninth god raise a chariot? He might. Alright. Printing press. The event that we all despise. Your Holiness, blacksmith in the south has come up with some sort of printing contraption. Instead of relying on the painstaking effort of scribes, it produces 100 copies of a text an hour. How remarkable. Verily, Your Majesty, isn't technology wonderful? Don't you see how dangerous this is? Books should stay in churches and universities, or else commoners will start getting ideas. Great point. So, allow printing presses to be used by the masses. Only the church may use printing presses. Only the university may use printing presses. Forbid the use of printing presses altogether. Oh god, this is tough. This is really tough. Oh my god. Everyone to use it? All the bards need to be able to print their stories. I think I think it might actually be. God. Definitely not the church. Maybe the university? Yeah, definitely not the church. I'm gonna veto the church and then see what the council thinks here. Because I cannot take a decision. Make a decision. Interesting. Interesting. I do not see why these should be forbidden. Let the people spread tales and legends. Oh wow, you're actually allowing it? Oh, this is gonna be a mess. This is going to be a mess, trust me. You're going to regret this one day, Your Majesty. Ignorance is the only thing keeping the common folk in line. Nonsense, you're just jealous. In the end, both are right. The coast develops a thriving publishing industry, but as more and more books are printed, radical ideas start to spread. Ideas like, maybe peasants deserve rights? And should we even have a king at all? Alright, yeah, let me tell you what I think about that. Oh, it's ambition time. That I'm invariably gonna fail here. Your Majesty, I have the most exciting news. Our hired adventurers have discovered an ancient manuscript hidden deep beneath the mountains. It speaks of the Scepter of Sages, and it was written by Queen Alma herself. Worried about how what would happen to the kingdom after she died, she hid the Scepter of Sages so her enemies couldn't find it. Good work, treasure. It's in a warren of caves within the Black Wheel Forest, Your Majesty, near to the capital. It's been under our noses the whole time. Calimaco II doesn't know the definition of fail. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We haven't failed one dice roll tonight. I've taken the liberty of sending out more adventurers. They'll clear the area and get inside. Excellent. Send them on their way. As you wish, Your Majesty. As soon as the adventurers return, the treasurer comes to tell you the news. Hey, have they found anything? 80% chance. Let's see. It's a success, of course! This king hasn't failed a single roll. Most delightful news, Your Majesty. The adventurers have found a golden door beneath the forest which matches the description in Queen Alma's manuscript. So have you got the scepter? The scepter should be hidden within. The Scepter of Sages can be found only by a monarch who is strong of purpose and true of heart. How do you prove it? Practical. When Alma wrote a ritual for the monarch to prove themselves worthy of the scepter. If we go to the cave, I can read out the relevant passages while you set it all up. Yeah, it's either the bad luck has been building up, or he's actually blessed. You make the arrangements, bring in a procession of horses, food, drinks, adventurer guides, and a little traveling desk for the treasury to the Black Wheel Forest. Your wife, the great Bellona, comes too, riding beside you. This is such a wonderful chance for the kingdom. The scepter will bring in a golden age. The adventurers lead you inside the cave, holding flaming torches to light your way. Soon the tunnel grows horribly cramped, and you bend double to squeeze through. Don't worry, Calimaco II. We'll pull together and get through it. You walk for what feels like hours. Just as you might have lost hope, you reach a golden door, exactly as the adventurers described. It will open only for the faithful. Close your eyes, Your Majesty. Concentrate. This is a 60% chance. Breathe. And it's a success! Oh my god, I can't believe this! This is amazing! Calimaco II is truly fucking blessed. Oh my god! Calimaco II doesn't know what failure is. Never failed. This is insane! Oh my god! I don't think I've ever had a game where I've never failed a roll. I think so. I think so, Swede. A bright golden light flares behind your eyes, but you keep your breath steady. You hear the door rumble open. When you open your eye, the tunnel ahead is utterly dark. Even the torches do not illuminate it. The King of Fortune. I really want to know what the name is. You know the nickname. As soon as you step into the chamber, the torches snuff out. A hideous scream echoes from below. It's a Wilhelm scream. The adventurers scramble into a protective stance while the treasurer wails. Ah! Oh, this is awful. Dreadful. I should have stayed in my office. It's not so bad. Quite nice to get out in the fresh air, and Bologna is my rock. Oh my god. I think Calimaco II surpassed Calimaco I here. Calimaco II, the infallible Mr. Dragon. This monarch is incredible. You feel the hidden dice roll? Yeah, those don't count. Those do not count. Wow. Wow. This is hardly fresh. It's stale and horrible. Do we even have enough of it left? Shh. Sorry, I'll stay calm. You put out your hands and feel your way along the wall. Then your fingers touch something. Could this be it? As you grip the scepter, it glows gold, chasing away the dark shadows of the chamber. It looks like a simple wooden staff like any peasant might use for walking, but the glow is as bright as the sun. It's a scepter, Your Majesty. You've done it! I wish I had written a speech for the occasion. This is absolutely astounding. First things first, I'll destroy my enemies. Goodness, well, we must call the nobles first and tell them the good news. Bearing the scepter, you make your way through the tunnels and back into the soundless forest. As soon as you return to the capital, you call the nobles to the council hall. And I go straight in to make the announcement. The treasurer holds a velvet cushion upon which the scepter of sages sits. It looks small and ordinary, but you sense the weight of its history. The entire kingdom is fangirling for Calimaco II right now. When he fights in the arena, it gets spooked out every time, and the cheering lasts for minutes, everything he waves. Yes. Yes. Can't wait for Calimaco III to fail every single roll. That could be, yeah, that could be what happens. Bologna strides at your side, looking very pleased with herself. Behind you, your heir, Calimaco III, toddles along, hand in hand with their governess. What's going on, Your August Majesty? Why have we been brought here? I have some good news. The nobles fall silent as you ascend to your throne and settle yourself comfortably. King Calimaco II has descended to the darkest depths of the Blackwheel Forest and has retrieved the Scepter of Sages. Excited and worried whispers ripple around the council hall. As bearer of the Scepter of Sages, the king has sealed his destiny as King Calimaco II, the Enlightened. How do we know it's real? It could be any old staff. And look at this. Pick the scepter. Stability goes up by only by 1. The scepter begins to glow, bathing the council hall in warm golden light. The nobles gasp and fall silent. Beside you, Calimaco III claps their hands in delight. Praise the Ninth! That's extraordinary! It becomes clear that even the grumpiest of nobles will never dare speak against you while you bear the Scepter of Sages. Finally, you are secure in your throne and your kingdom. Your victory is here, but your future has only just begun. That is it! Good game, everyone! Oh my god, this was an incredible journey. This was insane. We had so much magic, so many deaths, and so many freaking duels tonight. We started with the dual death, and we kept having duel over duel over duel. This was amazing. This dynasty is up to a freaking great start and so exciting. I'm so excited. Thank you, Mrs. Dog. Sorry that you're dead. Sorry you're dead, Mrs. Dog. I'm so sorry. Oh, this is so good. Yeah, the Coastal Shiny Quirks was right. The Soothsayer. In haste to complete their scheme, the barons mishandled the gunpowder and blew up in their faces, literally. All that was found of Baron Char's system was a pair of boots with feet still inside. The Grandis prayed and prayed for a miracle to place Zachiel in his rightful place on the throne, but no miracle came. The patricians attempt to worm their way into the palace was uncovered and a number of arrests were made. Lord Patrician Gnosis Doc ended his life chained upside down to a dungeon wall. I love that Gnosis Doc thanked me and then immediately died. Backed by the Scepter's power, King Calimaco II's rule spanned another 15 years of peace and stability. A golden age of prosperity swept over the kingdom. In his will, the king instructed the scepter be reburied to be claimed only by a worthy successor. But did Chara die in the end? That happens sometimes. Kyle the Warrior, thank you so much for the follow. Happy to have you. Hope you can join us next time. Sorry, Maito. Yeah, you somehow survived because I stopped you. Never doubt my visions. Yeah, and this is only the second episode. This is so rich. This dynasty is off to a great start. So much that, yeah, like if somebody wants to go back and get a head count for the how many nobles died this episode and post it on Discord, I would love to check it out. But yeah, it's more than a few. Oh, that's awesome, Maito. Awesome. What was the name of the wife? Bellona. Bellona was the name of the wife of the queen. Yeah, it would be around 30 years. So let's see the name. Church propaganda. King Calimaco the baby kicker. Oh my god. It is honorable to kick babies, not children, babies. Archie did say, yeah, Archie did say this. Oh, this is great. Yeah, the true nickname is the Lucky. Absolutely. But yeah, what should we do with this lore? I think that King Calimaco was probably a great king, but his image was marred by the church, you know? I think that the church kept being adversarial during his whole reign. Is what I would gather from this. They kept insulting him, you know, and discrediting him in spite of him having recovered the Scepter of Sages. That's what I make of it. Yeah. Well, like it's hard, yeah. Never forget this. If Calimaco II kicks a baby, it's just an honorable. Oh, this is great. This is great. All dueling threat will be murderous and sexual in nature. No. The baby kicker. I cannot believe this. Everyone loves Calimaco II. However, the parent of that baby was the Royal Master of Records, and he got the last laugh when writing down the official court record, including his nickname, before being executed. Yeah, this is the Archbishop. This is the Archbishop for sure. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. One given by the church and one given by the nobles. Church slander. I think this is church slander. Some people may believe it, because the church is very influential still, but it's mainly church slander. Actually open about dueling babies and the commoners love it. No! Yeah, exactly. Some revisionism from the church. Ironic nickname with people dismissing the church's propaganda. I don't know, it feels a little intense for it to be ironic. I would say the Lucky, yeah. Yeah, the Lucky, the Flawless, something like that, you know? Let's take a look at the Calimaco III. So, I also loved Bellona. Bellona felt like a great support, a great spouse. So, the richest one would be Horizon Troll, poorest one is Feathered Phoenix, and Calimaco III is... Wait, I think that this shows the power of the church, which leads to some plot hooks if we follow this thread. In the dynasty where the church is supposed to have less influence. Good point. Good point. But it's all about... Like, the thing is... I don't know. I don't know. Again, like, we've had in the past nicknames that we were like, okay, yeah, this is a nickname that was used by the successors for discrediting, no? You know, to discredit the monarch. I think this is something like that. I think that there are some songs... I think that the songs about Calimaco II are a mix of being about how lucky and flawless he was, and about him being a baby kicker. No? Like, this, there are songs about this for sure. Yeah. Big takeaway is that Calimaco didn't hire a lot of bards. Exactly, thus lost the propaganda. It's a 50-50, I would say. Yeah, the flawless, right? It would be better than lucky. Wait. Yeah, peasants build... Exactly. Peasants would be confused, right? He's both. He's both things. Turns out one of Calimaco II's opponents in the arena was nicknamed the Baby. Let's just say he kicked the fool half to death for insulting the staff. Yeah, King Calimaco II the Flawless, I would say. Yeah. I mean, his decisions never steered him wrong, even with the church spreading propaganda against him. Yeah. Yeah, the unfailing is good too. But the flawless, yeah, the flawless sounds really good to me. Calimaco II the Flawless. I think I'll stick to the Flawless. And then the Baby Kicker, of course, is gonna be there. Because propaganda, so 50-50. Songs about both things. Let's take a look at Calimaco III. Another eye patch and another scar. This fucking game! How does this game do this? How does this game do this? How does the game do this shit? How does the game do this shit? How does the game do this shit? What the hell? We're having a dynasty about fights, one-on-one, where scars are a mark of honor. And we've had 3 monarchs in a row with scars and 2 with eye patches. This makes no fucking sense. This game is sentient. Yeah, this is making me lose my mind. What the hell? Yeah, this is Sam. This is Sam doing something behind the scenes. If you keep doubling your military mystery, in a couple streams you're gonna be at over 10. This is insane. I freaking love how they look. I absolutely love them. Oh my god. Made a point of telling crazy stories about the king's amazing baby kicking talent and trying to top each other for entertainment. Calimaco III learned very well from Meluna, especially about covering the blind spots, also considering the eye patch. Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah. The king kicked the baby all the way to Chur, his big kingly boots. I bet that they would hurt. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh, absolutely, kinda. If this one is also a good monarch, there's definitely gonna be an eye patch fashion situation here. All right, this has been amazing so far, y'all. I love this. This was perfect. King Calimaco II, the Flawless, and this is gonna be your next monarch, Monarch Calimaco III. We'll see what moniker they will earn. This was. Thank you so much for the follow, Queen. Let me wrap this up and then say my goodbyes after this. So this was episode 2 of the Bladesong Dynasty. Thank you so much everybody for watching. This will continue next week, so don't miss it. See you in episode 3.